Also, really quickly gonna post on TikTok. Ah. I hate that it does that. Oh, I don't have it, do I? I never added a filter to it. Boo, I'm on YouTube now. Jump scare. Dude, I don't even know what I did yesterday. What could I have done slash said yesterday that got my live restricted? I'm gonna... I'm so mad. I don't think I even mentioned anything that TikTok will find mad. And I don't have any... Like... Notification. I don't think I have anything particular being like, you did bad again, so die. And I'm sure it says something inappropriate, but I don't see anything. Hey, hold on, that's my wrong account. I'm looking at my phone. Don't worry, Philip. I know it's you. I know that profile picture. But yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm looking through my notifications. I don't see anything that's like, oh. Virtual items go live and grow. I'm trying! I'm going to cry. Okay, here, what if I do this? Cause yeah, on my phone it sounds like I'm saying, what is it, maybe account updates? A comment you posted, that's a comment. Yeah, I don't know what the hell. I don't think reports go into my email because like in the past when I was like streaming directly from my iPad and it was like, oh, you don't have stream anymore, it would do it on there, so I don't know. My PC decided to shit itself like always, and I'm reinstalling everything. Finally changed my browser. Congratulations. I don't know what the hell happened. I'm watching Squid Game. Season 1 or Season 2? I watched both seasons, but I cannot for the life of me remember anything that happens. But also, don't mind me. I need a post real quick, but it's gonna get loud for like 3 seconds, I think. I don't know if that picks up or not, but if it does, I'm sorry. Don't want that. Forgot to save the image. Which one is Momonga? There's so many goofy characters in that, I can't remember any of them. Stop! Okay. Oh yeah, I need to add my thing. Yeah, don't mind me as I do behind the scenes shit that I should have done earlier, but I got distracted with other stuff. me just... Is it still racist killing the Asians? Probably. Y'all are so goofy. Just really quickly put on the shit. I really should make a thing I can copy paste like I do with my Beast guy, but oh well. There we go. Also, fun fact, you know how yesterday I was, you know what, hold up, I'm gonna do, let me fix the chat. Copy. Where's duplicate? But I can't talk and do things at the same time, I'm sorry. That's not. You know what, I'll just do that. But yes, especially since now that I am forced to record on YouTube, yeah, I'm probably not gonna be able to play copyrighted music. But anyways, what I was saying before, you know how I think it was yesterday, I was like, man, I wish there was a way to just show your full canvas all the time so that you're not just seeing me zoomed in. Apparently, Procreate actually has a mode that lets you screen directly your canvas, which is what it's on right now, which is why you can't see anything but the piece itself. Which has its pros and cons, I suppose. But I mean, it's kind of nice. But wonders that too. Again, I don't know what happened with TikTok. Because I bet you if I go on there, I'm like, oh, let me go live right now. It probably would let me. Because yeah, if I go live, it says I can. Wait, let's see. When your live ends, you copy your video. Yeah, blah. Fine, well-lit area. I don't want to. I think you can play copyright music. It's not like you're monetizing. It's not so much that. It's the fact that last time when I was streaming on YouTube and I had music playing, I got emails about, oh, hey, your stream got muted. I'm not so much worried about the demonetization. I'm worried about the muting. Because then that means that chunks of the video are just, you know, gone essentially. Because, like, you don't know what the fuck I'm yapping about. That's my worry. I bought Dead by Daylight with the FNAF DLC. Ah, yes. I didn't realize I had FNAF DLC. But no, yeah, it's not even so much the monetizing, it's the fact that it does get the stream muted. I think it does on Twitch too, but Twitch is a little better about it. I don't know. Either way, I'm just annoyed that my TikTok got banned. Like, I could just... Like... I guess I could stream from my iPad, but then that means they don't get the, like, screen. There's also TikTok Studio, but for my past experience, it's super laggy for no reason, and if I don't have to use that stupid program, I don't want to, especially since for some reason it just really takes up, like, I don't know if storage is the right word, but the idea is like, what the fuck are they doing that requires so much like manpower to run? You know, I just don't get it. Maybe I'll try it again now that we have like a computer, but I would rather not because my last experience with it was just awful. But for today, I guess I'm back on YouTube and Twitch again, even though, as has been stated before, TikTok's probably like the main place to actually find people. No one's gonna know I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch besides those already pre-informed. But, oh well. If I get too annoyed about it, it's just gonna make me upset, so what can you do? My throat. To be honest, the only reason I bought DBD is because I love Survivor vs. Killer games and Springtrap. Fair enough. Also, I don't know what Chikawa is. I don't really watch much TV show series. I can barely even finish a YouTube series. It's bad. DVD is better Forsaken. Shrug emoji. I wouldn't know. I never played either. I've been seeing too many of those DILF Springtrap things on TikTok. I'm cursed. People like DILF Springtrap so much for no reason, despite him being a literal corpse. I don't understand it. How do I draw this brother running? I don't like the way the foot is placed. Both games have its flaws. Essentially, I hate when people say Forsaken is better than Dead by Daylight because it's Dead as better. There's no opinions on it. It's just better all around. I mean, from what I've heard about the two games, I think it's like completely different. Do they even have any like similarities at all? They're both killer survivor games. I mean, I guess. Again, I never played them, so I wouldn't be able to really know. Okay, bye now. Watch Squid Games. Alright, you have fun with that. You know what's another thing? I'm like way too contemplative. Like, you know what? I will stream from just my iPad right now. But one, I'm literally right by AC. I have no way of canceling out that sound. 2, I wouldn't be able to get the chat to show up. 3, there's like obviously the layout. 4, the music. 5, the just the quality of the audio and the fact that I can't really adjust it. I don't know. I mean, I like both games. Yee. Again, I wouldn't know because I've never played both of them, but I mean, they sound like good games with their own things to offer. I feel like that's like comparing Fortnite to Call of Duty. Like, sure, I mean, they're both shooty Killer Man games, but I feel like they have such different things to offer. Like, I know people do compare them, but it's like, I don't know. It feels weird to compare like two things that are kind of going for different vibes. So of course, like, you're gonna think one is better than the other if one matches your vibe more than the other one. I don't know. I'm on Twitch now. That was quick. Anger yawn. Both games have different stuff. Yeah, basically, that's what I mean. It's like, maybe if they're doing like the exact same theme with the exact same premise, I would understand it more, but like, they're just so different. Even the mediums that they're built on is different. DVD has more stuff from different franchises. Forsaken is Roblox up only with myths and shit. That's another thing, like, sure, like, I guess they have the same back, like, literal same basic frame, but it's also the idea, like, one's a Roblox game. Not saying that Roblox games can't be good, but, like, it's definitely an entirely different vibe. It's like how I said before, it's like, I've never played Roblox, so I'm probably going to be somewhat more biased against Roblox games just because I don't play Roblox, but at the same time, it doesn't mean it's necessarily worse, you know? I don't know. Forsaken references stuff for, yeah. I was about to say, I imagine Forsaken is also more... I don't know if meta is the right term, because obviously Dead by Daylight has some meta shit in it too, given that fucking Springtrap's in it. But I feel like Forsaken would probably be more meta in like in a communicative way, in like a literal community way, versus DBD kind of just mainstream meta, from what I understand. Why am I struggling with these wings so much? Also, DVD has vaulting and hooking and way more stuff and perks. Yee. They're basically just two different games with two different things to offer. Why am I struggling with these wings so much? Both games are survivor versus killer, just that in DBD you can't really fight back against killer. Meanwhile, Forsaken has you shooting or hitting the killer. Yeah, that's true. Isn't Dead by Daylight you kind of just run away from the killer slash hide from the killer? It's not really much of like. I feel like you can't really call it survivor versus killer if like you don't really fight the killer until like literally like the end of the game, you know? I don't know how Dead by Daylight works, but you know. I feel like there's a difference between like survivor in the sense you're running away and survivor in the sense of like you're actually one-on-one duking it with the killer. There's also only 4 survivors in every lobby of DBD. Isn't Dead by Daylight also way more multiplayer oriented? I don't know if Forsaken is necessarily 4-player, or not 4-player, sorry, multiplayer oriented, just the idea there's an option. But I don't know. I just realized I forgot to give this guy his actual details. What does that say? Rectangle and pollen? Who is that? Is that just an image? What is that? Hello? Question mark? Both are. Forsaken has 8 survivors. Ah. So Forsaken lets you have more people. Hello? I think you're new. I don't recognize you. Is this hair or is this an ear? Four eyes, claws, 4 wings. Shrug emoji. I'm gonna just go off of the side ref over here. Maybe like a swoop or a swoop. Good enough. It looks like he's wearing a hat. I don't know what to make of this little thing. Screaming, crying. Cause yeah, here it's like over here. And I guess I'll make like passing reference to it by being in the background. Good enough. And also, like, I found out a lot of stuff with Procreate while digging around yesterday, but it's also interesting. I didn't realize there was a way to change where my little, I think they call them UPIs, the little sidebars. You can't see it right now. Here, let me, I believe I can take it off of, is it preferences? Yeah, project canvas. But yeah, first off, there's, I can't really show it, but that thing that says project canvas, that's what makes it just a canvas. But also I can apparently move this to the right, which is way better given I draw with my right hand so I don't have to like reach super far out. It's nice. I'm getting used to it, but it's definitely a lot better. And also right before this, I was talking to the guys because it's just random stuff. But I totally forgot that because earlier on in the week, my friend Ash, it's their birthday. I think their birthday was either today or yesterday. But we were like, oh, let's have like a voice chat stream and hang out together as like a celebration, right? And so in that moment, we were like, oh yeah, we can do that on Wednesday, you know, today. And then I totally forgot until like today as I was talking to him that yesterday when Ace was on his way home, he texted me like, oh hey, his sister, who we usually have joint dinners with on Thursday, is gonna be busy Thursday. So they agreed that they were gonna go, that we were gonna go out to eat on Wednesday, today. And I didn't put two and two together that, shit, that means it might muddle in with, VC time. So I don't know what the final verdict is. I threw Ace at the guys, like, here, you go talk to them, because this was like at like 11:21 when I stream at 11:30. So I'm not entirely sure what their final verdict ended up being. I think we said that we're just gonna have to stream later, which, I mean, I'm fine with. I'm just worried for the guys because, you know, they're 3 hours ahead of us. Ani is a nightmare. Ani will be awake until 3 in the fucking morning, which I don't understand how. But Ash, I'm not sure what their sleep schedule is like. I just know they could be quite a busybody, so I don't know if the lack of sleep would be good for them. But yeah, that was a headache I was dealing with before stream. And then as I'm getting ready to stream, it's like, oh, I pull up a TikTok tab. It's like, oh, let me get the chat up. It's like, wait a minute, it's not showing I'm live. Don't tell me that I got restricted again. I look and it's like, oh, sorry, try next week. And it's like, god damn it. So today's been a bit of a chaotic mess in the past, like, 30 minutes. Before, like, sorry, I can't word. The last, like, 30 minutes pre-stream have been hectic. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see Ani up really late sometimes, so I just want to tell him, get your ass out of bed. Like, he's talked about it before, that he's just a big night owl. But, like, god damn, like, he's the kind of guy, or at least, like, from what I understand of his schedule, he will be up until almost 5 in the morning sometimes. And keep in mind, some days he works. I don't know if he starts at 8 a.m. I'm assuming he starts around 8 a.m. But sometimes he'll be up until 5. The average is 3, though. And he sleeps through the whole morning. Like, typically he'll wake up around, like, 10 to 11 in his time. Which is why sometimes it's like, oh, I don't know if Ani's awake, because when we do our weekend sessions, that's like already around the time that he would naturally wake up if nothing else is going on. And it's like, how? How do you just like sleep through your whole morning like that? Maybe it's an old people thing, but like I feel like mornings are so much more peaceful than the rest of the day. But I guess you can also see that as like, oh, mornings are boring because nothing's happening, but it's like nobody's awake, it's really quiet. Like, not too much is happening yet, so you can actually enjoy some peace before the world wakes up. I generally can't stay up really late. Ace is like that. Well, Ace is like... His natural clock in his little pea brain, and his little baby boy brain will make him, like, fall asleep. Hold up, this line art is too thick. But... his, air quote, internal clock will make him super sleepy around 10. Like, he can rarely stay up past 10. But it's also weird because as long as he, like, gets past the 30-minute threshold, like, if he can make it from 10 to 10:30, he can essentially stay up until midnight. But no, like, on a natural day, he'll get super sleepy around 10. I mean, I can stay up late sometimes just that I get tired. Yee. You know, I get you. For me personally, I used to stay up not like super late. The latest on average that I would ever stay up is like maybe 1 in the morning. But nowadays I average around like midnight to 12:30. But I try to sleep a little sooner. It's just that right now I've been stretching my hours to like 12:30 because of ArtFight, so I can get a little bit more done. Given we're already halfway through the week. And I have many a characters to draw still. I wish I got tired. I'll like feel sleepy and then I get ready to go sleep and it's like, god damn it, I'm just tossing and turning because for some reason I can't fall asleep. Like, I guess some of it is because of Ace's snoring, some of it is because I'm just like uncomfortable in the bed. Or like I'm cold because we have a fan on, but if I turn it off, I get too hot. I don't know. I think I'm just like oddly sensitive when it comes to sleeping. And I hate it. Because sometimes I am tired and it's like, can I just stop tossing and turning, please? I've been getting better about it recently. Like, with getting a sleeping mask and having earplugs and all that, it's been better. But God. Sleeping is sometimes a struggle. Am I making these teeth too round? I feel like I'm making these teeth too comically round. I feel like my poor brain's been all over the place for the past 30 minutes and now I'm just tired. As in, like, now I don't even know what to do. Besides be brain dead and draw. Hectic times. I feel like some of the Zelda music is legitimately not OST. Hold up, I'm gonna go back to Kirby music. Because this definitely is not actual music. Yeah, let's go back to Kirby. How many hours am I into this? We have to be at least like 4. Yeah, maybe like... Macho DDD, goddamn. But yeah, we'll go with that. There we go. Like last session with Peak when I left, it was like 12 a.m. I don't know what it is, but it's the night one. Well, 12 p.m. is afternoon. 12 a.m. is midnight. So yeah, you're up at midnight. It's super confusing. But yeah. Like, it seems so backwards. That technically the first... I mean, technically 12 a.m. is the first hour of the day, but, you know. Yeah. Good enough. Oh god, I just realized, is the audio on my... I think I just realized I never turned off the audio on my aquarium. Let me just turn that down. Get the money from my fish. Back to tiny mode. There we go. Did I ask how you're doing today? No, but I think I already explained how this morning has gone for me. It was nice up until 30 minutes before stream. I don't hear the audio from the aquarium. Yeah, it was super quiet. It might not pick up. I might have to put a setting for the game music pick up, but it's fine. But yeah, the day's been interesting so far, I guess the best way to put it. But yeah, I think maybe I should just bite the bullet and hope that now that I have like a new PC that it can run TikTok Studio without being a nightmare, you know? But then it's like, I don't think / know if TikTok Studio would let you stream in multiple places. I almost want to say it wouldn't. I wish I could remember what... I don't know if it was because it was a MacBook, so maybe like it had different allowances or different things I can do. It's been so long I forgot how it works. But right now I'm using this thing called Restream to you know, stream on both Twitch and TikTok, but right now Twitch and YouTube at the same time, right? But, or actually I should say, and the way it works is that I have a Restream account. It's free because I don't really think I'm in a place where I feel comfortable with paying money for something like this. But like right now I have a Restream account. You put in what media you get to for free. There is an option to pay for it, but that's if you want to like stream to more than 2 places. So I have it on my Twitch and my TikTok. I started using the YouTube, so when TikTok goes dead, I can use that instead. But before that, like back a year ago, I forget what I don't remember if it was also Restream or something else. I just remember that the way it worked is that rather than going on OBS and logging into my Restream, instead it was something like, oh, on my OBS I log into my TikTok, I think it was, but then like on some site something would let me also link it to my studio, to my OBS. And there was like something like, oh yeah, you have to link the TikTok to your OBS directly while the other one is linked a weird way. I don't remember. And then when I did it that way, it would do it where when I click start streaming, it would pop open a window on TikTok to give me like the actual chat. Like if I were to do it on my iPad, like stream from my iPad, it gives me that same chat log rather than what I'm doing right now where I have to watch my own stream as if I am just like some watcher. I don't have Stream Manager. I don't know. I don't know. It's because again, it was on a MacBook, which is an Apple product, versus Windows, which I'm on right now. Or it was like in a previous update, or that was like a loophole. But I really need to look into it again. I do remember the audio was super annoying, but I think that's because of the MacBook itself, not because of the streaming shit I use. I don't know. Because I feel like if I at least had the Stream Manager be like, hey, you're saying stuff that's bad, that's going to get you age restricted, at least from then I would know what to stop doing. Because at least that gives me somewhat of a warning before it just restricts me for a week. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not meant to stream on TikTok, which is really annoying because that's probably the only way I really get new people to join. It's hard. Who knows? Maybe if I finish this early enough, because it seems like a simple character, I'll just like end stream early and use the time to look into using TikTok Studio or using other third parties. TikTok says that its streams are like 18 plus or something like that, yet they moderate for a child. You know what's the funny thing? Like here, I wonder if I could show it on here. Because for some reason, if I were to go live on my iPad, I think it would let me. It's probably going to show my camera though. But like, yeah, it's like, oh, if I want to go live... Please don't make me go live now. Okay. So... There's this, right? Like, you know, you have your settings. I can share my camera, I can I think if I do gaming or cast? Well, cast is fucking live studio. But I don't know, there's some whatever. Doesn't matter. But if you go into the settings, shut up. There's the idea of like, oh, I can turn this on to make it either that like, oh yeah, it's 18 plus. Doing this, it's 18 plus, right? Your content will be removed if it violates community guidelines. Like, cool, sure, great. This live is limited to those who are 18 years or older. But it doesn't matter because I guess, like, some mature themes just get me auto banned, like saying the funny risk word. So I don't understand what the point is. I don't know what it does besides get your live like shadow banned. Cause then they also say the crap of like, oh, like, you know, you can't even send gifts, like the money stuff, the stupid galaxies and whatnot. It's like, oh, you can't send those unless you're 18 plus, because, you know, you need to be 18 plus to actually use your money and burn it. But yeah, they really do make you manage it like for children, which I don't understand. They don't want children to get addictions, like they don't play crappy games or Roblox are poorly made. That basically, that's the funny thing. Like, oh, they don't want to do that, as if half of the games out there aren't like gacha. Like, if some of the most popular games out there aren't gachas, whether it's real or fake money, or even if it's something cute and quirky like web fishing, where you just get funny scratch cards. Like, so many games implement some kind of blah. Like, I would get it if it's like, oh, you can't do real life that on stream. But when it's a video game that doesn't use actual money, like, is there not some way to say that's fine? Because I bet you there are some games that have like settings, because like when you like click a live too, it's like, oh, put in the topic, and most of them are game titles. I bet you some of those game titles have that in them, but I still bet you that if you say the word too much, it's like, oh, nope, you can't do that, even though the game is literally about risky money like that. I don't know. So why the hell did my sister text me? It's a fucking photo. I don't even want to look at it. It just looks like her nasty, crusty white dog. I am a poor, frustrated creature today, apparently. But just silly. I really don't see the point of TikTok adding a 18 plus filter to live streams if it doesn't really do anything. Like, all it does is like, yeah, it makes it so that children can't join, which, I mean, cool, I guess. But what's the point of that if you still have to talk as if you're trying to be family friendly? How does one be 18 plus and family friendly at the same time? Or like, how was one expected to understand that, yeah, this is an 18 plus stream, but at the same time, if you don't say, if it's not PG, die. Maybe it's because I say KYS too much? I don't know. I can believe that, maybe. Maybe I just need to become a lolcow because lolcows can get away with everything. Bark, bark. You know what? Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if it would be too. I'm a BRB. Alrighty, I'm gonna still ramble to myself then. But I wonder if it would break my system if I had to do like TikTok Studio running at the same time as OBS, so that I could stream in two places at once. Don't know. I should redo the swing also. Da, 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 da. God, I'm exhausted from being frustrated. I hate that this is still my favorite of the wings. But then it looks stupid when I do that. Whatever, I'll just do that. Okay, I'm back. Having maybe seen Low Tier God Hate because I swear it's the funniest shit ever? No? I'm not even sure if I know who that is. Look, my feed for the most part is art, memes, and animals, so I kind of am out of the loop of a lot of stuff for the most part. These chains suck. Does this one have a chain? I don't think it does. You know what? I'll use this more as a reference than as an actual tool. I feel like I need to have these like touching each other. My For You piece, stuff like that, and straight up that sometimes. I don't know why it's like this, I don't know. Well, do you put not interested / report the stuff you see when it is prawn? I've only ever get it a few times, and when I do, I always report it, and after that, it's like very rare for me to get more. It could also depend on anybody else you follow. I don't know if you like follow or interact with certain people. I forget that exists. That's probably why then. If you're not reporting or putting not interested, it's just gonna keep coming up. Especially if you watch them. If you watch them, if you share them, if you comment on them, it's just gonna show up more because the algorithm's gonna think that's what you want. Oh man, I put this in the okay. Whoops. You know, I am curious though, because here, let me unproject the canvas. So I didn't know this until recently, where I guess if you add like stuff, you can insert them as private, and I think that means they don't show up in the speed draw, right? So like if I put insert a private photo and I put reference, right? It shows up here. Would it show up if I put it back to project canvas? Okay, it does. Okay, that's good to know. That way if I have like dick around doodles, it doesn't show up, but I was curious about that. Something I have with interacting with furry stuff is following some furry creators I like and being mutes with this Predagen guy. They don't post shit like that. It might just be following furries does this. Yeah, there is that. That and just the idea that anything could accidentally be linked with it. Like, I'm sure like hashtag memes is used with that, if not like hashtag for your page and whatnot. I don't know. People are weird. Because, I mean, I follow a few, but not many furries on my main. So, I don't know if it's necessarily just, like, furry TikTok that causes that shit to show up in my page. I want to be... Some of it's from Ani. Some of it is 100% from Ani. Not so much like the cropped prawn, but more just, like, really gooner / down bad stuff, like, you know, like hunky, sexy furries slash werewolves. Or just saying like me when I want to like lick wolf toes or whatever the hell. And then I look down, it's like, Ani reposted it, so I was like, ugh. Love that boy, but he causes some shit to be on my feed that I do not like. There was one, I don't remember what it was, because I'm sure my brain made me mentally zoned it out. But there was like one that was super fucking traumatizing to me. Not literally, but like in the sense of like what I did not ask to see this. I'm petrified. And I remember yelling at him, it's like, why would you repost this and force this to be on my eyes? Jokingly, of course, but it's just like, God, brother. I respect the way you want to live, but I don't want to live like that. At least try to keep some of it to yourself, dog. Alright, I'm blaming Ani then. You could. I mean, you follow him, don't you? I'm sure you see some of his reposts too, and you're just like, okay. I don't know if I talked about this with you, but have you ever seen those? I got like one TikTok once of someone saying that they use like, oh, me using TikTok to goon. It's like, who the fuck? Like, how is TikTok's monitoring so weird that if you're really really desperate, you can find things to goon on TikTok. On TikTok. And then like I looked at the comments and it's like everyone like recommending like different accounts that have just goon material on it. It's like, what the hell? What is wrong with people? Like, just look, like you could literally open up Google, type in titties, and be fine. You don't have to go through these like weird hoops. Just learn how to delete your browser history and you're fine. Unless you have like parents who for some reason look up your like browser history on the daily and like go to their internet service provider and like, hey, show me everything that got looked up. Like, you're gonna be fine. It's Demon Nightmare. Why not just go on those sites? That's what I'm saying. Like, I know incognito isn't the best. Like, in the end, if some data moocher wants to tell people that you've been on Pornhub, then, like, whatever, they could take it. But, like, does it matter? Like, I understand the idea of I don't want people knowing what I'm doing, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. At some point, you just have to accept that you're on the internet and people are gonna know what you do on the internet. Maybe I'm boomer for saying that, I don't know. You can only be so secretive on a device/site that connects you to the whole world, you know? And also it's like, oh no, well, for me specifically, obviously it's different for teenagers, but like, you know, it's like me, a person who is obviously the demographic, is on that site. Oh no, like, I don't know. It's like Ani, it's like, oh no, 18-year-old furry is on a furry prawn site? Oh no, that's horrible. It's not like it's not like this like shit that just posted in your town on the walls like, Ani looks at the furry prawn. Like, no. I don't know, man. Like, I don't really care what you goon to, bro. Oh god, like, as long as it's nothing like criminal, it's like just goon to toes for all I care. Goon to worms. Maybe not so much animals, but like just literal worms. If you want to goon to just like literal lines, I don't care, I guess. Just don't shove it in my face with no warning, I guess. You're not really hurting anybody as long as you're not using real worm. I don't know. Actually, you know what? Maybe I take back the worms. If you goon to food, if you goon to like cooked food, I don't care. Don't goon to living things unless they're people, consenting adult people. That's my motto. What am I even talking about? See, now I know having this kind of conversation would get me restricted from TikTok, but I don't know what I did yesterday! I don't know what I could have said yesterday that got me... I'm sure there was like something I said in quick instinct that's like, oh, that's bad. And it's like, okay, thanks for the warning. Again, after stream, I'll try to look into it deeper. Same with people crying that there's R3 for their favorite games. I was scared, you're like, bro, it's the internet, of course it's gonna be R3 for them. On God! Like, oh no, Lunk got his donk out, like, I don't know. Again, like, if it's like children characters, okay. I have like mixed feelings about when they age him up. I know this is like a controversial topic to have, but like, if it's like a obviously adult character, anime is weird, so I'm not gonna even go into anime, but like, if they're like obviously adult, then I mean, I don't know, man, it's gonna happen. In the same way that you could be like in 5th grade and have a crush on your teacher, or like there's those weird kids at during recess like, oh my god, Miss Dadala is so hot, man. Like, in the same way that can happen, of course, like, someone's gonna have the talent to make goon content of an adult, you know? The Shack timeout. Wait, hold up. Not suck. He was like, hold up. He said, hold up. He said, pause. I can't even imagine how much goon content there is of Shaq alone. It's kind of like the same idea of like, oh no, that's Gore. Gore, my comfort character. Like, I don't know, man. If you were given a warning of like, hey, me when I need a break and tag, me when I'm about to get tagged, timeout. Or like, have you ever done the shit where it's like, oh, I touched a tree. That's safe. This is a safe spot. Bleh. That shit's funny. But no, on the same topic. God damn it, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, Gore. Gore, my comfort character. Like, bro, once again, it's one of those things like, dude, it's the internet. Like, I understand when some people actually have, like, triggers and, like, things upset them. But I feel like with the way the internet is, especially in certain communities, I don't think anyone really gets triggered. I think they just get upset. And I don't think people understand the difference between triggered and upset. Even I fully don't get the difference sometimes, but then, like, what happened, like, a week or two ago, which, I mean, I'm obviously not going to say on here because pet death is pretty upsetting, but what I went through with that was awful, and I feel like if that was sprung onto anybody, then yeah, that would be traumatizing. But something like, oh, trigger warning, food, I feel like a real anorexic isn't gonna look at that, or like a real ex-anorexic is gonna look at that and be like, oh my god, I'm dead ass for real. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm sure there are people who, like, it's genuinely, like, traumatizing to, but I for the average internet, I don't think anything is really that. It's just that I don't want to see it, and if I see it, I'm gonna be mad, and everyone says that's called being triggered, so I'm gonna call it being triggered, when in reality, I'm just upset. Like, your life isn't ruined because you saw this. You just are pretending like your life is ruined. You're just, like, acting as if your life is ruined because of this. Was I the only one that played FNAF when class... Wait. Was I the only one that played FNAF with classmates in, like, 3rd grade? I mean, I can't say anything. FNAF was, like, near the end of my high school days, so I don't know if I've ever seen anyone play it during class. But yeah. Oh, man. The world is a wild place. That's all I got to say. That's a lie. That's not all I got to say, but, you know. Not the game, like in the playground. Okay, yeah, that's definitely after my time. Dog, when I was a fucking kid in elementary, I remember sometimes me and my friends, it's like, you know, you have those kids that pretend to be animals, and we would do that sometimes. I remember one time specifically that I remember to be a Pokemon, and I remember like being on my like hands and knees for like a second, and making Pokemon, like saying the Pokemon name like I'm a fucking it's so cringe, dog, but it happens. Every kid has whatever media that's like, I'm Freddy, you know. Oh my god, best viewers. Best views on streambo.com. God, I need them views. I need those views so bad. I'm gonna pay/use bots because that's real. That's gonna make you feel better. But yeah, to be honest, if it's not gore, other stuff, my favorite character, I wouldn't really care. That's the thing. Like, I can understand it if like gore, if really hyper. I'm talking about art. Like real gore, okay. Like that's like, brother, at least give me a warning. But like, if it's art and you don't get a warning, I kind of get it. Like, oh man, I didn't want to see that. Like, what the hell? Why didn't you give me a warning? But when you're given a warning, and then you look at it, and then you're upset, like, what did you want? It's like dead dove, do not eat. Like, what do you want? I warned you. It's like a kid. It's like when like babies eat like stuff they're not supposed to, and the mom's like, "Hey, don't eat that. You're not gonna like it." But the baby still really wants to eat it. It's like, okay, fine. You want to eat it here. You're not gonna like it, but you don't want to listen to me. And then they eat it and they throw up and die. And it's like, see, I told you. I remember being the security guard. Not gonna lie, I feel like FNAF inspired tag would go hella hard. I can see that being really fun. For like a kid, I mean, not an adult. Yeah. But no, you know what's really funny? The reason I bring up like, oh no, that's Gore my comfort character, is because one time on Reddit, on the Rain World subreddit, somebody, I don't remember if it had a gore warning. I don't think it did, but you could tell it was like a serious one. I think they said that like something about it being a serious topic, but it was a comic, right? I wonder if no, I'm not gonna look for it. I don't want to waste time like that. But someone made a comic on the Rain World sub. I think I could be wrong. I swear it was the Rain World subreddit, but they made a comic about Spearmaster, and the premise was like Spearmaster being like, "Oh, I hate that I don't have a mouth. I can't eat. I can't speak." So the whole thing was him being like, "Why don't I have a mouth?" Like being existential about that, right? And what he ends up doing is, I don't think it shows his face when he does it, but you see blood. And it's like Spearmaster carving himself a mouth. Like almost Jeff the Killery. But it was like that. And I thought it was really cool. Like, oh, you know, like that'd be a cool, like, serious premise of, like, you know, Spearmaster being existential about why does everything else have a mouth but I don't. I want to have a mouth. But then there's, like, a later on, someone made a post of, like, oh my god, like, why would they do this? I can't believe they did this. And I think I even remember commenting, it's like, dog, it was unironically one of those, like, oh no, that's Gore my comfort character. I think because it was a comment of like, oh, why would you do that? Why would you make Gore my comfort character? It's like, do you not play Rain World? Do you not know what you can't be like, oh no, that's Gore my comfort OC, especially when it's a game that has gore. And what I find the funniest part is that Spearmaster is arguably the goriest of the campaigns. Because he's the only... He and Artificer, but I think technically he is the only Slugcat you canonically see bleed in the game. I don't think you ever see Artificer bleed. You see, like, art of them, like, killing. But I don't think you see art of them, like, bleed. Versus Spearmaster, where it's like when he gets a pearl ripped out of his gut, you can see him, you can see the drips. You can see the scar, and you're gonna be like, oh no, there's Gore of my comfort character that is Spearmaster. I don't know. It's like saying your comfort character is like, Jason from Friday the 13th. Like, what do you... what do you... I just find it really funny. But now it's in my head, so I think I am going to look for it once I get the selection tool done. I will say I don't like that you can't see my selection tool. So right now it just looks like I'm doing jack shit. And then all of a sudden you're gonna see like pop, there's color. Like right now. It's like, wow, that's colored. How did that happen? Demons. AI. But yeah, hold up. I wonder if I could find it. I could at least find my comment. That would be... Do I even have Reddit on here? I don't. You know what? I don't want Reddit on my iPad. Here, let me see if I can find it on my phone. Give me a second. Where's the Reddit? I could probably go into my account and look for it when I... Profile, comments... I'm gonna be quiet while I try to read these. Oh yeah, here. Okay, there's this one. So... Yeah, because I don't think I commented on the post itself. I might be able to find it if I look at my upvotes. History, recent, upvoted. I wish I could search my upvoted, but I cannot. If it looks like it's gonna take too long, I'll stop. Who knows, maybe I'm dumb, I just took it too seriously, but... Yeah, no, I just saw a meme that was made not that long ago and it would take too long, so here, I'll just send this. Because this was supposed to be like, oh no, that's gore. The funny thing too, I forgot this, but it's black and white. Like, you can't really see it in the quality here. But it's like... I don't know. It's not that deep. It was a really cool comic though. Really good art. Really good premise. But yeah, it's like, oh, that's Gore. That's Gore, my comfort character. Like, what do you mean? It was just really funny. Anyways, back to color filling this idiot, even though no one's gonna see what I'm doing until it just magically gets filled in. Oh my god, I reached 100 messages today with Restream chat. I better go on Twitter and tell everybody that I'm pathetic. Of course, by u/deleted. Honestly, real. Don't know when it became u/deleted, but you know. You know it's good when the person deletes their account at some point. Maybe if I remember to, I'll try to look for the... Actually, nah, I don't think it's that deep. But no, it's just, that's like the funniest instance of, oh no, that's Gore, my comfort character that I've ever seen. Because, again, I can't tell if it's just meant to be a meme or serious, because that's definitely like the meme that people use, like, oh, that's like prolapse booty hole. Like, you know, like, oh no, that's something I just legitimately didn't want to see and I'm upset. So, I don't know. Spearmaster is an interesting gore comfort character, or an interesting comfort character to have and to hope you don't see gore of, you know? You know it's good when the post gets locked by mods. Real. Was it locked? Hold up, I'm looking at the... Well, I guess you can't really tell from here. But on God, when I go on Reddit and go on once and it's like there's like a thing of like a pinned comment of the mods being like, oh yeah, we're locking this because people can't be normal. It's like, that's how you know shit's going down. Especially in like places like I don't know how much you use Reddit, but no, yeah, no, it wasn't. But yeah. But what's it called? I think it's r/explain the joke, where it's like a subreddit where people go to ask like, hey, what the... I don't understand the joke here, right? Like, maybe it's a pun, maybe it's like something that only certain fandoms will understand, you know? And there's some on there, it's like, oh, what's the joke here? And then like, it's either political or it's like some kind of bigotry. So it's like, okay, yeah, no, I have to... You get a pin comment on the top of like, yeah, this is the answer. Locking it up now before anyone gets overly offensive for no reason. Reddit is an interesting place. I find it hilarious because honestly, for the most part, Reddit isn't terrible. I feel like it's like a nicer version of 4chan. I've never been on 4chan, but in my opinion, Reddit is just a kinder version of 4chan. I think it's like they both revolve around threads, I guess. And there's like sub areas, sub communities you can be a part of to talk about certain topics, right? And like, I don't know, I'm never... Only in the very, very beginning of me using Reddit was it bad. And that's because I used... What's it called? Like Top? Which is essentially the For You page. Yeah, because there's Home and there's Popular. I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure you saw that image of Isaiah and Hunter holding the Creepcast logo. Why was Hunter's face like that? When I was showing you stuff, or? I might have seen it, but some of the goofy things they have on Creepcast where the thumbnails are hilarious. Especially the one where they make Isaiah nude and chained up. I love that one. Let's see. I could almost make a tier list of my top 10 thumbnails. Or just of the thumbnails. Yeah, my sugar daddy asked me for weird favors. I love that one. But yeah, it came from a fan. I think my favorite part is that they always make Isaiah look like the psychopath and Hunter just looks like the sad victim. Like, Hunter is rarely ever, if ever, the creature. It's really funny. I love them. I saw you like my repost, that's how I know you saw it. Oh, your repost? Wait, hold up, I have to remember, because I bet you I saw it and then I completely forgot it. Because TikTok brain be like that. Hold on, let me find you. Reposts. You repost a lot of feel free to step on me, Undyne. Okay. I know I liked it too. I can send to you if you want. Yeah, go for it, because I don't remember. Hold up, I need to reply to something. I repost a lot of stuff, so yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised I don't repost more. I think it's, not gonna lie, I would repost a lot more if my sister didn't follow me on TikTok. That's like my biggest gripe, and at this point it's too late for me to be able to do anything like restrict her. Because she would probably find out, and I don't want to deal with that mess. But yeah, if my sister didn't know about my TikTok, the one that I use the most to like look at media, I would be reposting so much more goofy stuff. And by goofy stuff, I kind of low-key mean like furry stuff. Oh, hiccup. Oh yeah, that picture. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I saw Creepcast. I love it because almost every picture you see of people being like, oh my god, I saw Papa Meat. Hunter always looks so upset. I think that's like part of the big because I've heard he's like actually not that bad of a guy. It's just that he loves to make it look like he hates that he's being seen. He just always looks like a grumpy Gus, and I think that's the appeal. I think there was one I saw where someone's like, "Oh my god, like I saw Hunter today," and they like took a picture to make it look like neither of them were happy to see each other. Like the person who wanted a photo and then Hunter, like they just both look like you, like if they were like grossed out by each other. He looks like he does not want to be there. Basically, I think he doesn't mind. I think he just likes to do it for the camera. I think he intentionally acts like he hates what's going on. It's especially when Isaiah's right there being like the happiest little boy he could ever be. It's so funny. By the way, you might have seen some of the low tier god things in my reposts. Honestly, maybe after stream I'll just like dig through it. And maybe I can learn some stuff from your reposts. Because it wouldn't be the worst idea. Now I need a select tool. This. Actually, let me just do it, stupid. And then select. Wrong way. No, let me use the selection. Invert. Clean. There we go. Is there anything else in this particular color? What is the— oh, the yellow is the flakes. What's the blue? The jewel, right. My favorite part is of the hate is Nightmare by Section 8. I have no idea what Section 8 is, but it's funny. I feel like I've heard of Section 8, but I think that's just because that's such an easy thing to say, so I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty silly. I can't tell if these darker colors are just meant to be shading. I would just assume they're shading. Clipping mask this. I wish you would add a thing where you can see how many videos you reposted, like the favorites thing. On God. I think it's because they put it under the same thing as favorites, but yeah, I do wish I knew how many reposts I have because my God. TikTok is silly in some ways. I also wish, like, I mean, this is so minute because you probably don't really do this with anybody, but like the streak pets, I wish they just like had an option to be like, oh, which style of streak pet do I want to look at? Because God, I still hate the updated streak pet. Looks so bad. They look so ugly. They look like they want to be like Disney / Pixar so bad, and they just look disgusting because of it. They used to have personality. Now they're just like merchandise, I guess. Marketable. No, PETA, don't turn me into a marketable plushie, PETA. PETA! That's the vibes it gives me. Okay, I'm gonna use the bucket tool for this. PETA, I can't believe you turned me into a marketable plushie. I wish I could do good Peter Griffin impression. Now for the wings. I wish I had a Streak Pass a year up, like apparently Poland has picture comments, but I still don't have it. Oh, is that why that's so weird? That's my thing. How the hell, or why, like, I guess it's a license thing? Question mark? Like, how is it that a website is built in a way where this mechanic is only available in America? Not even so much like, oh, it's on iOS versus Android. No, it's only in America. Why? How? Cause like, it's like with Reddit in like America versus England. Like, I don't think there's a difference. Why would there be? I would understand like the content, but like it's a streak pet racism. Fucking TikTok doesn't believe in anyone outside of America and China. Okay. Racism. But it's so funny because like how does that work with like a online internet thing? Like, what is it about a plugin that's not even in like the device? It's a website, so it's not even because like, oh, like Android doesn't have, or like Apple doesn't have the same components that Androids do in order to have that widget show up. It's not even that. It's just like, no, yeah, for some reason the internet, the website itself is like, no. Unless there's for some reason some major, intense, insane coding difference for some reason. Because for some reason, even though they do the exact same thing, the code language is somehow entirely different in other parts of the world? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. That feel when they have a color palette and the color palette doesn't have the color of the chain, so you just kind of have to zoom in and hope for the best. Coloring bit by bit because chains are weird. And also saying all that, obviously you didn't really see this a lot because this is an America thing. But the whole like stuff like, oh, TikTok's getting shut down in America and it's gonna suck. You know how weird it was to like go through that day being like, well, TikTok's gone. Like I'm going to other sites instead, you know, like boohoo pachu, you know. It sucks, whatever. And then that following night, as you're hanging out with people at a Korean barbecue, you suddenly see that, hey, TikTok is back. Hashtag thanks Trump. Like, shout out to my boy Dunu Trumpu. If it was all because of him, it's like, what? It's been less than 24 hours. I went to sleep and woke up to, hey, TikTok's back. Like, huh? Oh, no. You know what it was? It was that I was out at a Korean barbecue when it turned off. That's what happened. It was evening. It was like at night. It was dinner time. And it's like, oh man, look, TikTok has gone bye-bye. That's a shame. And then that night I go to bed and I think I woke up and saw that you DM'd me of like, oh, hey, now that TikTok's dead. Is it okay if I do this? And then you said like, oh, never mind, it's back apparently. And I would just go like, what? And I look, it's like, oh yeah, it's back. And it gets a little thing like, thanks to thanks to the president. We yan 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 yan. It's like, what the I still believe to this day that that was just some kind of stupid stunt, because like, what do you mean that TikTok was down for not even 24 hours and Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, Orange Man, it's all thanks to him that TikTok lives for another day. I'm sure that's too political for YouTube, but you know, silly shit. Silly, silly, silly shit. You can't really see. That's another thing, the selection tool doesn't show up in this mode. You know what, maybe I should save this mode for when I'm rendering. For now, let me put it back on the normal. Hello, where is it? Preference. Where is it? Project Canvas, there we go. Let's put it back on normal. I have mixed feelings about it. Oh. Uh-oh. I did a slight oopsie, but I can fix it. I think it's just there. Yeah. I also need to add the sprinkles. Oh wait, no, the sprinkles are just yellow. The blue is for the jewel, right? Put some funny gold debris, dandruff in different directions. It looks super dumb, but whatever. You know what I hate? I feel like I'm overly mechanical when it comes to repetitive, like, lines and shapes. Like, I don't know how to explain it, or at least, like, I don't know why I'm like that. Cause like, oh yeah, you need to do like a random, here, let me do a hidden layer so it doesn't show, well, who cares? But it's like, oh, like you have like random dots in a line, right? Or like, oh, you need to put random dots everywhere. I don't know why, but I feel like I tend to keep it in a row so you can obviously tell there's like a direction. And I don't know how to be more random about it. I think I'm just crazy, but it's like, man, why am I like this? This doesn't look natural, it looks machine. I'm oddly symmetric. Teeth. 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 I missed a spot. Teeth. 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 Clean up teeth. Oops. Oh. What did... Okay, you know, I have to clean up the blemish myself, otherwise it gets rid of the wings. Select teeth. Erase teeth. Teeth. I'm gonna hit see you tomorrow, Kelly. Have fun drawing. Also tell Ace I said hi. Will do. Thank you for being here. I'll finish this up and then I'll head out myself. Teeth. I need to remember to drool. I'll add drool after the fact. For now, let's go on Project Canvas. Because this is the fun part. Where you add a multiply layer. Fill layer, get rid of reference, not clipping mask. Reference. Change the hue. What color is this normally? There we go. Make them more saturated. Maybe that's too saturated, but I'll fix it once I get the rendering down. Me when I don't remember how to render a sphere. Ah! Damn iPad. I feel like this guy's meant to be like smooth and shiny too. I don't like this. I'm gonna start from scratch. I also don't like the color, but I'll change that afterwards. He almost looks like the freaking raptor from Jurassic Park with the coloring. that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and stream early again. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get TikTok working, but we'll see. If anyone sees this, thank you, I suppose. But yeah, I'm gonna head out now.